Hey career boos, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be ranking all of Twice's title tracks. I will only be ranking them based on the title track itself, music videos, choreography, styling, stages and the album that came with it do not contribute to this ranking. I might have some opinions you don't like. Twice may be my alt girl group, but that doesn't mean I like all of their songs. If you can't handle other people's opinions, and or if you don't have the brain capacity to comprehend the fact that not everyone in this world will have the exact same taste in music as you, then I suggest you click off this video. Like I just said, I literally stand Twice, so there's no need to get hostile in the comments. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Do I really need to explain myself? The main problem I have with More and More is that it sounds so extremely boring and dated. I mean, it was originally intended on being included in Zara Larsson's debut album way back in 2015. And for me to love a song with a beat drop for a chorus, it would have to be unique and fulfilling, and this just didn't do it for me. I know that the beat drop was supposed to sound fun and happy, but to me, it just sounds so empty and sad. The rap portion also felt very unnecessary and out of place. Overall, this whole song is just stale and boring, and I would never go out of my way to listen to it. I don't really care about this song that much, but I'll take anything over More and More. Heart Shaker is by no means a bad song. It's just not nearly as memorable as their other title tracks. My favorite part would have to be the verses. It just gives me this kind of Disney musical vibe. I really enjoy everything about the song except for the chorus. I feel like the chorus just didn't hit as hard and just overall wasn't as catchy. And as you know, the chorus is the most important part of a song. Most of the time, if I don't like the chorus, then I won't like the song, even if everything else is got air. This song is very middle of the road for me. My favorite part would have to be the bridge followed by the dance break. I really don't have much else to say about it. I thought it was a solid debut, but it's not anything special. The reason why it's ranked higher than Heart Shaker is because I just like this chorus more. The same opinions I had for Heart Shaker also applies to Yes or Yes, in that it is a really good song overall, but the chorus just doesn't feel as memorable or catchy compared to their other title tracks. But I did really like the instrumental, particularly in the chorus. It just sounds so magical. My favorite parts would definitely have to be Jonghyun's opening verse, and the second verse shared by mamamoo and Nayeon. I don't really go out of my way to listen to this song that often, but if it comes on shuffle, then I won't skip it. Cheer Up is undoubtedly one of Twice's most iconic title tracks, with my favorite parts being the bridge and Sana's iconic Shy Shy Shy, of course. Unfortunately, to me the chorus is the weakest part out of the whole song, which is the sole reason as to why Cheer Up is ranked this low. The chorus just sounds a bit boring to me. Chanty choruses in general can be very hit or miss with me. I really wished that Twice would do more songs like this. Even though it was made to be a Christmas song, it doesn't feel too Christmassy for it to feel awkward listening to it all year round. Even though I really like this song, the only reason why it's ranked this low is because it gives me B-side energy. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm generally not the biggest fan of beat drop choruses, but the beat drop in Dance the Night Away didn't sound nearly as empty as More and More's was. The pre-chorus would have to be my favorite part, and is one of my favorite Twice pre-choruses, and I also really love the instrumental used in said pre-chorus as well as the bridge. I'm not very fond of summer concepts, as they tend to sound generic, which is also the case for Dance the Night Away, but I think Dance the Night Away was overall a good song for what it was. Some of you might be surprised to see Cry For Me ranked so low, but this song got old for me really quickly, similarly to most of the songs ranked low in this list. Cry for Me's chorus also unfortunately happens to be the weakest part in the song for me. The verses, pre-chorus and bridge are some of the best to come out of Twice's discography, but I feel as though I would have loved this song more if the chorus was more impactful, as it felt kind of flat, which is a shame because everything about Cry for Me just screams title track / promoted single material, except for the chorus. I also wished that the chorus carried that same sinister tone exhibited in the verses and bridge, but aside from that, I will say that their vocals have never sounded better, and I especially love all of the delicate ad-libs, and as a Jonghyun biased once, I was especially relieved to see her finally getting the chorus lines she so rightfully deserves.
You make me feel special.
Feel Special was a great introduction into Twice's mature sound. Their vocals sounded so heavenly here and I really loved the dance break segment. However, I never really understood why Feel Special is almost everyone's favorite Twice title track. It is by no means a bad song. I mean, I didn't rank it last, and I obviously like it more than all of the songs ranked below it. I just feel like the song overall is catchy enough, but not their most catchy, and the verses and pre-chorus are not as strong as their other title tracks. I know that many people love the song because of its meaning, which is reasonable. However, whilst I can appreciate the meaning behind Feel Special, the lyrical content of a song doesn't really do much for me. It's really just the musical composition that determines whether I like a song or not. Another complaint I have is how the lines were distributed. I didn't like how a lot of the members only had one part in the whole song. Like how Chaeyoung started the song but then we never heard from her again. Or how Jonghyun's only part in the song was at the end of the second chorus. I get why Chaeyoung and Ahan only get one part to themselves when they rap, as most of Twice's songs would not be suited to have multiple rap segments. But it just feels weird to only hear Sana, Mina, Jonghyun, and in this case, vocalist Chaeyoung only once in the whole song. I just prefer it when the members have shorter lines that are sprinkled throughout the song as opposed to just having one or two long parts. I know I had a lot of negative things to say about Feel Special, and I know a lot of people would be surprised to see it ranked as low as 8th, which is why I felt the need to give my reasoning. Overall, Feel Special is a very solid title track, but it's just lacking that extra something to make me rank it higher. Although Fancy wasn't a complete concept change for Twice, as the chorus still exhibits that signature cue Twice chorus, I feel like Fancy was the perfect transition into Twice's newfound mature sound. However, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I thought that the chorus was the weakest part in the song, which is the sole reason as to why Fancy is not ranked higher. If the song would have had a stronger chorus, Fancy would have easily been my all-time favorite Twice title track. That's how much I love the verses, pre-chorus and rap. It's because of the chorus that I've just never been able to really love this song the way that most people do. Don't get me wrong, I still love Fancy, but it is ranked 7th simply because it just didn't age that well for me compared to their other songs. Onto the more positive aspects of Fancy, I can confidently say that Fancy easily has Twice's best verses and rap. I really wished that I could go back and relive the moment I first heard the rap, because that was an experience, and I really love how every single member was able to shine in this song. But on a side note, I can't help but feel a tad bit sad whenever I listen to Fancy. Fancy to me sounds like a bid farewell to their roots, as it essentially marked the end for Twice's cute concepts, but at least they ended it on a strong note. I Can't Stop Me was such a great and well needed change of pace for Twice, especially after what was More and More. I feel like I Can't Stop Me was the first time Twice have truly stepped out of their comfort zone, and they did not disappoint. I love the upbeat ateez inspired instrumental, and I'm just really glad that Twice hopped on the ateez bandwagon. However, if I had made this ranking video at the time I Can't Stop Me came out, it would have definitely been higher in the ranking. I absolutely loved this song at first, but after I had given it time to simmer, I realized that it didn't quite have the longevity compared to my other favorite title tracks from them, and I feel as though I Can't Stop Me does harbor some flaws. I wish there was more of a build up leading up to the chorus, and I also wish the final chorus wasn't so drowned out with so many ad-libs. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good ad-lib, but I think that the sheer amount of ad-libs during the final chorus was just too much and felt very distracting. Other than those critiques, I will say that it was really refreshing to hear TWICE singing in a way that they've never sung before, in a title track at least. The fierceness in their vocals and I Can't Stop Me is just so captivating. I don't really know how to explain it, but the song has this sort of dark quality to it. The instrumental just gives it this nighttime vibe, which makes the song 10 times better when you listen to it while driving at night. Overall, I'm just really glad that TWICE were able to showcase their ability to pull off a different concept like this. I also really love the It's just so addicting, and I can't help but shimmy my shoulders every time that part comes on. This was my first comeback as a once and I was not disappointed, though it did take some time to fully grow on me. The chorus still manages to be just as catchy and captivating as their other title tracks. Despite being much more upbeat and fast-paced, I don't really have much else to say about What Is Love, other than it's just a really solid title track with a trademark cute catchy TWICE chorus, and it's extremely rare for me to skip it. The only criticism I have about What Is Love is that I wish the song ended with its usual upbeat chorus, rather than the slowed down version we ultimately got. I would be lying if I said that I didn't absolutely despise this song at first. For the longest time I thought that this was their worst title track and nothing but a disgrace to their discography. But then I suddenly gained some brain cells and now it's one of my favorite songs. The more I listened to it, the less the song got annoying and the more I was able to see how great the song really is. Their vocals just sounded so angelic, and Mina absolutely bodied this song. I also think that the producers did a really amazing job with the instrumental. It kinda gives me this nostalgic sad but happy vibe. The same vibe I get from S9's Love Bomb, which is also one of the greatest K-pop songs ever made, but I get why lots of people don't like Knock Knock. I think you'd have to be a cute concept connoisseur to really appreciate it. This was the first TWICE song I ever heard and was what got me into TWICE. This song is just so well produced, it doesn't feel like it's lacking in anything. Everything about this song is just so catchy and infectious. From the verses, to the pre-chorus, to the chorus and to the rap. I thought that this song was super obnoxious at first, but like he must be coated in crack because this song is just addictive. And I kept coming back to it despite initially hating it. Even if you might not be the biggest fan of cute concepts, I feel as though like he just has this way of grabbing you by the throat which essentially forces you to like it because it's so obnoxiously catchy that you just can't escape from it no matter how hard you try. TWICE really solidified their title as the queens of cute concepts with this comeback. Like a lot of TWICE's title tracks, I also hated this song at first listen. The chorus was really off-putting and almost jarring to listen to at first, as I am Filipino, and the word TT means penis in Tagalog. This of course means that I can never play this song around my family, but besides that, I really grew to love this song. I just love how delicate and dreamy it is compared to their more dynamic title tracks, and how smoothly it transitions from verse to pre-chorus to chorus. The whole song just feels so fluid and cohesive, and the instrumental is just so mesmerizing. It is undoubtedly TWICE's most iconic title track and rightfully earns its place as their most viewed music video and most successful song music show wise. TT is just so timeless and I will never get bored of it. And with that, my all-time favorite TWICE title track is If you have seen my K-pop top 5s video, then you would already know that Signal is my all-time favorite K-pop girl group song. I define my favorite songs as those I never get tired of, and for whatever reason, I'm just always in the mood for Signal. I just find Signal's uniqueness to be so oddly captivating. Even though Signal has a lot of filler parts, as a large portion of the song is just comprised of everything else about the song is just so exquisite that I am willing to look past its flaws. In fact, the intro to the song doesn't really bother me anymore. The pre-chorus is one of my favorite pre-choruses in all of K-pop. And the chorus is just so irresistibly catchy, it has no reason to be this good. I also really love the funky and bouncy instrumental used during the verses. Again, no surprise, but I absolutely hated this song at first. But is it really a good TWICE song if you didn't despise it at first listen? For some reason the songs that I immediately love at first listen tend to get boring really quickly and age like milk. Whereas, the songs that I absolutely despise at first, eventually become my favorite songs to ever exist. Signal was even my most listened to song in 2020 despite being released 3 years prior. I feel like those who hate Signal are the ones who never gave it even a second listen, or are just those who hear the first 30 seconds of the song and click off straight away without even waiting to hear the greatness that is the verses, the pre-chorus and the chorus. Aside from Signal winning Song of the Year in 2017, I don't really understand why so many people still hate on Signal and insist that it's their worst song, when it's far from it. Signal is Twice's best title track and you cannot tell me otherwise. And so that concludes my ranking. If I were to rank these title tracks in tiers, this is what it would look like. As you just saw in this video, I tend to prefer Twice's cute concepts over their more mature ones. But that doesn't mean that I want them to do cute concepts forever. I think Twice have already done what they needed to do in regards to their cute concepts, and I think it's good that Twice are now able to venture out and try new things. But I just personally think that they have yet to deliver a mature title track that is up to par with their top tier cute concept ones.